COVID restrictions are returning nationwide as the Delta variant spreads. What Mayor Scott and Governor Hogan had to say about the possibility of restrictions returning in Maryland.
There is a shortage of officers within the Baltimore Police Department. How short they really are and why the mayor says it's more than just numbers.
Baltimore County Police investigating 2 murders in the past 4 days. What we know about them and how you can help.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News at 5.
Our top story tonight at 5. COVID restrictions are returning across the country as the number of new cases rise.
New York City workers are now required to get vaccinated by September 13th or submit to weekly COVID testing. California is requiring all city workers be vaccinated. That rule goes into effect next month. St. Louis, Missouri is reinstating its indoor mask mandate.
Well, there aren't any new restrictions going into effect in Baltimore yet. Mayor Brandon Scott urging city residents to get vaccinated.
With the rise in cases, we cannot stress enough the importance and urgency of getting the COVID-19 vaccine. This pandemic is not over, and we must all do our due diligence to protect ourselves and our neighbors and do the right thing to protect ourselves and our neighbors and get the vaccine.
We have team coverage on the path forward, starting with Mackenzie Frost, who has more on what both Governor Hogan and the mayor had to say about the possibility of restrictions returning here in Maryland.
Yeah, Maxine, the state and the city are both seeing COVID-19 cases on the rise, similar to what we're seeing nationwide. So far, though, no new masking requirements or social distancing rules to implement, but that doesn't mean some leaders aren't at least looking at it. COVID-19 cases back on the upswing, driven mainly by the highly contagious Delta variant. Maryland seeing more than 200 cases of COVID-19 per day. The daily average for the last week, nearly 3 times higher than it was 2 weeks ago. Some states and cities are bringing the mask requirements back.
Well, good morning, everyone.
While Governor Hogan touts the vaccination rates in Maryland.
We're one of the most vaccinated states in America.
With 76% of Marylanders 18 and older vaccinated. The Delta variant cannot be overlooked.
Delta variants are scary and dangerous, more virulent, more contagious, and they're spreading all over our state and all across the country and the world.
But when pressed about requiring masking once again,
we have lots of input and discussions on every single day. We have a great team that's weighing in with lots of advice, but we don't see any. The only action we need to take is people to get that vaccine.
Meanwhile, good afternoon, everybody.
The mayor of Maryland's largest city doubling down on urging people to get the vaccine too, with COVID-19 cases spiking.
Is up 115% from 4 weeks ago.
Mayor Brandon Scott says he does not want to implement a masking requirement again, one that was just lifted July 1st, but he won't hesitate to mandate mask wearing.
I will not blink in having to do that to save the lives of Baltimoreans.
If his health advisors deem it necessary. Now, it's unclear right now if there are any benchmarks in place that would trigger new masking requirements or other social distancing rules, but the mayor did say that requiring public workers to get vaccinated is currently under review by the city's law department. Live in Baltimore, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
Mackenzie, thank you. Well, federal health officials say the U.S. is moving in the wrong direction with new COVID cases. People who have not gotten a vaccine are at a much higher risk, and people who have been vaccinated could also be affected by having to wear masks again. National correspondent Audra El-Nashar explores what's behind this and how the Biden administration may act.
Local officials making tough calls as cases among the unvaccinated are up, and masks could make a return for everyone, vaccinated or not. It's the case in Los Angeles.
Adding back that layer of making sure that we're all masked up makes perfect sense when we're indoors.
Provincetown, Massachusetts health officials unanimously implementing an indoor mask mandate.
We're already vaccinated, but there is that Delta variant out there that people are kind of wary of.
In St. Louis, the Missouri Attorney General says he'll sue to stop a new local mandate in effect Monday.
Masks will allow us to keep doing what we're doing while we get more people vaccinated.
With the rate of vaccination stalling and the Delta variant contributing to a 7-day average of almost 52,000 new cases, confusion nationwide from a patchwork of rules in schools, offices, and cities.
That's a local decision that's not incompatible with the CDC's overall recommendations.
A local decision for now, but Dr. Fauci says the CDC is considering changing guidelines to recommend everyone wear a mask in public to prevent breakthrough cases, as no vaccine is 100% effective at preventing illness, according to the CDC.
Hi, everyone.
The White House says it's leaving decisions to health officials.
They don't make these decisions or recommendations based on politics. They make them based on data. If they make a recommendation, as you've seen over the past several months, we will work to implement it, but it is not more complicated than that.
Some worry about what message this might send if being vaccinated no longer means being able to shed the mask in public, even though the shots are proven to be effective at preventing hospitalization and death. Many now referring to a pandemic for the unvaccinated, as 97% of COVID hospitalizations are among the unvaccinated, according to the White House COVID response team, with only 57% of eligible Americans fully vaccinated and hundreds of people dying every day. The mask debate likely to continue, as some say it will help make up for those who refuse to get a shot, others losing trust in officials and their changing guidance. In Washington, I'm Atrel Nashar reporting.
In a city in crisis, 193 people have been killed this year in Baltimore. That is 7 more than this time last year. 27 people have been killed in July. That is more than 1 murder a day. The number of shootings is also up compared to last year.
And 2 teens are charged as adults with murder in connection with the shooting that happened earlier this month near downtown Baltimore. Police say the teens turned themselves in after seeing their pictures on the department's social media page.
The increase in violence comes as Mayor Scott introduced a 3-point violence reduction plan on Friday. It is a 5-year plan that seeks to triple violence intervention programs and increase job opportunities in underserved areas. It also seeks to reduce homicides by 15% per year.
Mayor Scott says part of this plan is already underway with the city's 911 diversion pilot program and by restarting the Criminal Justice Coordinating Council. One thing that remains unclear about this plan is the cost. The mayor's office says at least part of it would come through existing federal grants. The city will attempt to execute the mayor's crime plan while being short hundreds of police officers. The team that monitors BPD's progress in the federally mandated consent decree says the department is 392 officers short. That's 133 more than what the commissioner has said. Now, the commissioner says the department's figure is based on the number of officers its budget allows. He says the monitoring board is looking at what the staffing plan calls for within that consent decree. Well, tonight we're questioning how short the department really is. Alexa Ashwell took that question straight to Mayor Brandon Scott. She joins us now with his response. Alexa?
Yes, I asked the mayor where the city needs to be in order to be in compliance with this consent decree. He told me it's much more complex than the numbers. Just how short is the Baltimore Police Department when it comes to its officers? According to the commissioner, 259. But the federally mandated consent decree would like to see 133 more officers than that on the ground. The monitoring teams figure 392 officers short. Will the city not be in compliance until it reaches the consent decree's number? Mayor Brandon Scott telling Fox 45 News that's not a question for him, rather the monitoring team.
We're going to meet the compliance as we go forward. And you heard Judge Berdal talk about how we have to understand and take into account what's happening around the country.
Many cities across the country experiencing a shortage in officers. Criminologist Jeffrey Ian Ross offering an explanation.
Part of it's, supply and demand. Part of it is also the attractiveness of policing. I think, starting with the death of Michael Brown and the riots in Ferguson.
Here at home and back in April, the police commissioner said in 2020 the department had its highest hiring rate over a 10-year period. Still, the department was faced with officers leaving or retiring. As the department works to get more boots on the ground, does the city of Baltimore need to fill 359? Mayor Scott says what the city needs is not so much focusing on a number.
We know that we're now getting ready to go through police redistricting, right? Because the way that our police districts are and boundary lines and the things and the areas that our police have to cover are the same today as they were in 1959, the year my dad was born. That means that we're not operating in the most efficient and effective way, and we're going to have to do that now once we get the census. Again, when you think about our consent decree require and ordered by me requirement to reevaluate what we're doing in call reduction so that our police are responding to police calls and not to non-police calls. All of those things play a part in how we can make our department a 21st century efficient and effective department.
And speaking of more officers, we know a request for more federal help has been made, a move the mayor says he supports. Reporting live outside City Hall, Alexa Ashwell, Fox 45 News.
Well, the mayor's new crime plan will be one of the topics of our Fox 45 Your Voice, Your Future town hall. It is set for tomorrow night at 7 in Locust Point. We asked the mayor to join us, but he declined. Locust Point is also in City Councilman Eric Costello's district. We asked him to join, but he also refused. You can watch it live on foxbaltimore.com and on our Facebook page. And we want to know what you think. Do you trust your state elected officials to act in your best interest? To weigh in, head to foxbaltimore.com/vote.
Tonight, you can watch a town hall with political commentator Armstrong Williams about crime in Baltimore. It airs on our website, foxbaltimore.com. A man is shot and killed this morning in Rosedale. It happened outside of a Royal Farms along Pulaski Highway. Police found Kevin Glendenning shot dead. When they arrived, police do not believe that that he worked at Royal Farms.
This is the second deadly shooting in Baltimore County since Friday. Police found a man shot to death just feet from the city border along Brook Mill Road on Friday. Police say it appears to be a targeted shooting. Anybody with information leading to an arrest in both of these shootings could be eligible for a $2,000 reward.
Heat and a couple of storms this afternoon. Not too much in the way of rain, though. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on the HD radar. And actually, it'd be nice to get a couple of storms, take the edge off the heat, already up to about 95 over the airport. As you head toward day in extreme southern portions of Carroll County, right there on the Howard County line, there's one lone shower and some better looking showers that are kind of in Frederick County. Those could bleed eastbound into western and southern portions of Carroll County and Howard County, respectively. And then Bellhaven, way south of actually Chesapeake Beach. That was a severe cell that impacted places right south of Annapolis. That moving away and diminishing. There's more that's down to the south, but that is moving away. There's a cold front, not too cold behind it, but it is less humid behind it. So if you want to do some grilling tonight, well, it looks okay, although there could be a spot shower storm, more the exception than the rule. Humidity not terrible, but still pretty warm. I'm going to let you know how long we're going to hang on to the 90s in my Weather Authority forecast in a couple of minutes.
Jonathan, thanks. President Biden names his nominee for the Maryland U.S. Attorney. The significance of the president's decision.
New details over the battle for an infrastructure plan, what Speaker Pelosi says must happen for the House to debate the bipartisan bill.
I'm James Rosen on Capitol Hill, coming back with the latest on the Select Committee investigating the Capitol riot, including exclusive interviews with two House Republicans who were named to the panel but won't be serving on it.
Fox 45 News and Project Baltimore, winner of 3 National Headliner Awards for Outstanding Investigative Reporting.
The first public hearings by the Select House Committee investigating the Capitol riot will start this week. It took up to the last minute to find who was going to be on that committee. Sinclair National Correspondent James Rosen reports.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi defended her decision to block 2 of the most vocal Trump supporters in the GOP, Congressman Jim Jordan of Ohio and Jim Banks of Indiana, from serving on the select committee Pelosi created to investigate the Capitol riot of January 6th.
We will find the truth. That truth will have the confidence of the American people because it will be done patriotically and not in a partisan way.
Pelosi then appointed Republican Adam Kinzinger of Illinois, an Air Force veteran of the Afghanistan and Iraq wars who has blamed President Trump for the riot, like Liz Cheney of Wyoming, the other Republican presently seated on the panel.
I was looking forward to serving on that committee.
Another Illinois Republican, Rodney Davis, had been selected by Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy for the 1-6 panel, and Pelosi had accepted him. But the Speaker's rejection of Jordan and Banks prompted the GOP leader to withdraw all of his appointees.
The majority party cannot pick members of the minority subcommittees, select committees, or full committees. It's wrong. It sets a terrible precedent, and we're all out.
Republicans accuse the Democrats of using the 1-6 panel to damage the GOP and the influence of former President Trump in next year's midterms.
It's not like we didn't know that when President Trump has rallies, lots of people show up. So why not do what you should do and have a proper security presence? The only person who can answer that question is the Speaker of the United States House of Representatives.
Democratic analysts challenge the view that Mr. Trump is entitled to representation on the Select Committee.
Both Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheney, who are solid Republicans, have voted alongside Trump over 94% of the time. So I don't want to say that they're anything lesser just because they have belief system that what Donald Trump did and what led to the January 6th insurrection was wrong, and it was a threat to our democracy.
After Democratic Chair Benny Thompson of Mississippi delivers his opening statement on Tuesday, the panel will hear another one from Congresswoman Cheney before taking testimony from 4 Capitol police officers who defended the complex on that deadly day. On Capitol Hill, James Rosen.
Well, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says the House won't debate a bipartisan infrastructure deal negotiated by the Senate unless the Senate also approves the Democrat-only infrastructure package. Ohio Republican Senator Rob Portman is negotiating that bipartisan plan. He says Pelosi's threat endangers the deal.
What she has just said is entirely counter to what President Biden has committed to and what the Senate is doing, which is a 2-track process.
Does that mean we'll end up with nothing?
Go on their own. Well, if she has her way, we could.
Portman says the bipartisan deal is about 90% done, with the only holdup over funding for mass transit. He expects the Senate deal will be done this week.
All right, let's get into things. A couple of spot showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. One round down south of the city, now headed toward La Plata. And then there's another little batch up toward Frederick and Hagerstown. But these kind of falling apart as they do move east, although you might get a little downpour here not too far from Mount Airy. And these are trying to gradually move eastbound off of the Blue Ridge Mountains. So not out of the question you may get wet as you're heading west on 70 this evening on that PM commute. Let's go ahead and put this on the national mode of the radar so you get a better picture of things as we can kind of zoom things out here. Let's go on the regional wide. You'll get a better picture of some of the storms that are actually down to our south. This is where the big action's going on. Actually, some of these came through our neck of the woods, especially north of the city yesterday evening, right near the PA line. That's actually with a cold front. All those severe watches down to the south and now, mind you, it's not very cold. We were 96, I believe it was last hour. We're now at 90 with some mostly cloudy skies on the Mile 1 Towsicam. Maybe some of those clouds blowing in from some of those storms out west, helping to cool things down. But the dew points, well, now they're at 70. They were at 61 last hour. So now it's starting to feel a little muggier, at least for the time being. But these dew points, or the measure of moisture in the air, they should go back into the 60 to 69 range overnight and tomorrow, and actually the next few days until Thursday. That's when humidity comes up markedly, at least for a day. And we do see a better chance of some stronger storms with another cold front that comes through, and this one may have some better teeth with it, which is nice to say in late July and early August. Temperatures are in the 80s here in Baltimore right now near the water, 88, 92 Columbia and Laurel. We're at 92 at Chestertown, and there's the leftovers of what was our cold front, that little dotted yellow line. It's got some of the storms with it down to our south. On the eastern side of it, it's a lot more humid. On the western side, still hot, but the humidity does drop off. And notice that front slinks to the south over the next 24 to 48 hours. So not a whole lot of hope of rainy relief out of any of that. Now, down in the tropics, there is a 20% chance of development. If you remember, here right along the Carolina, Georgia coast, Florida coastline, this little swirl had a 50% chance of development late last week. It is now impacting land. It's moving on shore, so does not look like that's going to become anything. And that's really the only deal out in the tropics right now. So the heat does stay into this evening through about 6 p.m. We're at 92 Baltimore, 92 at Columbia. There's a stray storm moving toward Annapolis. Even into the early evening through about 10, 11 o'clock, there could be a spot storm here or there. Then overnight tonight, we're in the 60s and 70s. And then tomorrow, although again, the humidity is not terrible, Still going to be pretty hot tomorrow afternoon as we get back into the lower and the middle 90s. By the way, we have an easy way for you to get this forecast. As we pull it up, just go ahead, take out your phone, and you can scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen, and you can download the free WBFF weather app. 93 tomorrow will take you to 90 Wednesday, Thursday. That's going to complete a 4 or 5 day heat wave. Could see some stronger storms on Thursday. And look at that beautiful weather Friday and Saturday, lower humidity, and another round of less humid weather after some storms as we head into Monday. Over to you guys.
Jonathan, thanks. Heat and drought are fueling wildfires across the West Coast, the number of active fires, and how much land has been burned. A new report shows billions of dollars in unemployment overpayment. Why it's not because of fraud.
New today, President Biden names his nominee for the Maryland U.S. Attorney. The president nominated Prince George's County Delegate Eric Barron. If confirmed, he would be the first black person to hold the post and the first Democrat in 20 years. Congressman Kwesi Mfume and Senator Ben Cardin were in Baltimore today. They spoke in support of the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant Program. Program providing more than $118 million in aid to live venues and other cultural hubs in Maryland that were forced to close because of the pandemic.
I don't know about a lot of people, but it's just been breaking my heart that I have not been able to get to the Hippodrome or to Center Stage or to Everyman's or any place else, the Lyric, since all this has taken place. This meant so very, very much to me, as it means, I'm sure, so very, very much to you. There's nothing like having live audiences.
Couldn't agree more. The program was established by the American Rescue Plan. And be the first to know about breaking news by signing up for News on the Go. Just go to foxbaltimore.com and click on the mobile alert sign up under the station tab. You can also download the Fox 45 app for your smartphone. Just search WBFF in your app store. The NFL will play the Black National Anthem before games this season, while one former player says it's just a stunt. Mayor Scott releases a crime plan, what he hopes to accomplish over 5 years. And deadly violence is surging across the country. The new poll that shows Americans are more focused on crime instead of defunding the police.
Project Baltimore is brought to you by the Snyder Law Group.
Our top story tonight at 5:30, Baltimore's murder rate is outpacing last year's numbers. There have been 193 people killed in the city this year, and it comes as Mayor Brandon Scott releases a new crime plan with the goal of reducing gun violence by 15% each year for the next 5 years.
The mayor's crime plan is divided into 3 parts: a public health approach to violence, community engagement and interagency collaboration, and evaluation and accountability. The mayor also says he wants to hear from the community.
The mayor's new crime plan will be one of the topics of a Fox 45 Your Voice, Your Future town hall. It's set for tomorrow night at 7 in Locust Point. We asked the mayor to join us, but he declined. Locust Point is also City Councilman Eric Costello's district. We asked him to join, but he also declined. You can watch it live on foxbaltimore.com and on our Facebook page.
And tonight, you can watch a town hall with political commentator Armstrong Williams about crime in Baltimore. It airs on our website, foxbaltimore.com.
Well, deadly violence is soaring across the country, not just here in Baltimore. ABC News reports more than 430 people were killed in 915 shootings this past week. The data is collected from the Gun Violence Archive. 3 people were killed in shootings over the weekend in Seattle, and activists say something needs to be done.
You've got police leaving. You've got politicians tying the hands of police officers. This is the result of that.
Well, there are more than 11,000 gun-related deaths so far this year. Most Americans in major cities are worried about crime more than defunding the police. A new USA Today and Detroit Free Press poll found 90% of Detroit residents want more officers on the streets, and they're not alone. A poll from last month shows 70% of Black Democrats want more officers patrolling New York City. And in Chicago, another poll found 79% of residents there said they feel safer when they see police in their neighborhoods.
There's also an increase in violence in the nation's capital. 3 men were shot yesterday. 2 of them died. Sam Ford from our sister station in Washington, D.C. spoke to lawmakers about what they're doing to keep people safe.
Scenes from the last 10 days or so here in D.C. scary, from the death of a child, panic from a shooting outside Nats Park, to shooters targeting someone in a restaurant area of D.C. When we saw this group of council members and Northeast residents looking at sites to replace a pedestrian bridge, we asked their view.
It's not just whether somebody is actually safe, it's whether they feel safe. And I hear from everybody over here in this ward, all across the district, that people are starting not to feel safe.
And while Mary Che and the entire council voted to cut $15 million from the police budget last year, she says she now supports the mayor's new request for more police overtime.
We cannot starve MPD of resources that it needs to keep us safe.
Speaking with walkers today, like ANC Commissioner Dorothy Douglas.
Do you have enough police in this community?
Oh, no. We've never had enough police.
To ANC Commissioner Anthony Lorenzo Green, a Black Lives Matter activist.
We can't lean on false narratives to try to point the finger at why crime is going up. There's a lot of desperation on our streets. When people are hungry and starving, they make horrible decisions.
I don't think that increasing patrols is the only answer to the issues that we are seeing.
Councilmember Christina Henderson rejects FOP union accusations that the council is anti-police.
I think we just need to be more strategic with the resources that we do have.
And this area of Northeast Washington is not immune from violence. A 25-year-old District Heights man was killed on J Street near here. Reporting from Washington, I'm Sam Ford.
A new report shows nearly $13 billion in overpayments in the federal unemployment insurance program was passed as part of COVID relief. The U.S. Government Accountability Office says overpayments are not necessarily the result of fraud, but some might be. Megan Gillen spoke with David Williams from the Taxpayers Protection Alliance about the report and the implications.
We see this time and time again, is when the government spends money, there are problems, whether it's waste, fraud, and abuse, whether it's overpayments. And this $13 billion may actually be a very conservative number, because the Inspector General in February said that California alone may have $11 billion or upwards of $29 billion when it's all said and done in unemployment fraud and overpayment. So this is a serious, serious problem for taxpayers.
It comes as the Unemployed Workers Union files a class action lawsuit against Governor Larry Hogan and the Maryland Labor Secretary for ending these COVID federal aid programs. Could this new report impact what happens in court?
Well, that's an interesting question, because there is a lot going on. And I think when you look at the amount of overpayments that, Governor Hogan is going to make the case that there's a lot of job openings. Now we don't even know if the money is going to the right people or too much money is going to these people. So I think therein lies the problem for Maryland. So the case may be made. This is why we're stopping this, is that we're not even sure that this is being run properly by the federal government.
David added that the Department of Labor was given $2 billion to do oversight on the program, which he says might now need to be investigated as well. I'm Megan Gillen, Fox 45 News.
Tomorrow, there will be a job fair to help people get back to work during the pandemic. Job Fair X is hosting the Eastern Region Virtual Career Fair. The free event will feature more than 25 companies, including Allstate, Oracle, and HCA Healthcare. The fair starts at 11 tomorrow morning. We will have a link to register on foxbaltimore.com/newslinks. And now it's time for our job of the day. Amazon is looking for package sorters. They're offering a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Several shifts are available. For more information, go to foxbaltimore.com. And if you are an employer with jobs that need to be filled, please send us your information to news@foxbaltimore.com.
Calls are mounting for the CEO of Baltimore City Schools to resign. This following a Project Baltimore investigation that exposed how many city students are now failing coming out of the COVID shutdowns. A chart assembled by North Avenue shows just before COVID hit, 26% of elementary school students between 2nd and 5th grade had 1 or more failing grades. Now that number has doubled to 52%. Yolanda Pulley, a former mayoral candidate, says all city leaders should be upset by these numbers.
Santa Lisa's, she should actually be embarrassed by these numbers. Our mayor should be embarrassed. Every city council person, because this is not just one district, this is all districts. Everybody should be embarrassed.
Well, tonight at 10, the changes this former mayoral candidate says need to happen to restructure city schools.
Ravens training camp begins this week. Veterans report tomorrow before the rest of the players report on Wednesday. Sports director Bruce Cunningham joins us with more.
Vaccine rookies and quarterbacks reported late last week, so there has been activity in Owings Mills, but it all gets underway in earnest tomorrow when the veterans report. The first full squad workout is Wednesday morning. There has been a lot of shuffling on the offensive line, and they have to work on their pass rush, but other than that, the Ravens look awfully tough heading in, and all through the OTAs and minicamp, they weren't running from questions about the ultimate prize, the Super Bowl. They're one of the best teams in the AFC, along with Kansas City and Buffalo. Now it's just about taking that next step.
I want to bring me a Lombardi here myself. Like everybody else got one. The quarterback before me had one, Joe. You know, he did a great job with the team. He won and won, so I want to come in and win me one.
Obviously, we want to be that happy team at the end of the year. And last year, we felt like we had a good chance, but we didn't get it done. I think this mentality this year is just trying to make the best of this one. We know what we have as a team as far as talent and as far as scheme, and we know that we can be very, very good. Quite special, really.
Now, here are some dates to keep an eye on. As mentioned, the first full practice this Wednesday. The public practice at M&T Bank Stadium is this Saturday, the 31st. The first preseason game Saturday, August 14th, when the Ravens host New Orleans, and the regular season opener Monday night, September 13th, against the Raiders in Las Vegas. We'll have more on the Ravens and tell you about an NFL head coach testing positive for COVID-19. That's all tonight in Sports Unlimited.
The NFL will play the Black National Anthem before every game this year as part of an effort to promote social justice. One former NFL player is calling the move a stunt. Patrice Sanders spoke with him and has more on what he says the league needs to do to make a difference for young black people across the country.
As training camps get underway ahead of the next football season, one former NFL player is taking aim at the league for what he calls their political advocacy. Jack Brewer played with several teams. Now he's speaking out against the NFL, saying they should stick to what they do, and that's being a sports team. In an interview last week, he talked about playing the Black National Anthem before games, saying he doesn't have an issue with the anthem. He has an issue with the league taking a side on a political issue. He goes on to say if the NFL really wanted to make a difference for African-American youth in communities like Baltimore, there's more they could be doing.
I think when you start to pick and choose sides based upon political agendas and upon whatever media outlet that you want to be a part of, so that they don't suppress certain stories, but they do suppress others. I mean, let's keep it real here. The National Football League just 2 months ago were caught telling black players, African-American players, just like myself, who were part of the concussion lawsuit, that we were dumb because we're black, using what's called race norming, and leaving several families that need benefits, that have lost some of their loved ones due to concussions and all the horrible things that happen after that. And so this league is not a clean league. It's not a pretty situation where they're just being nice and pushing and supporting the rights of African Americans and so many of our kids in our inner cities. Listen, when you go into some of the National Football League cities and you see the crime rates and you see what's happening in our streets. I mean, we have weekends where there's 30, 40, 50 people shot in a weekend. Let's talk about those type of things.
He also points to a recent Project Baltimore report showing 41% of city school students receiving a GPS of lower than 1.0. He says that's where the NFL can help. Patrice Sanders, Fox 45 News.
In other news tonight, there are nearly 90 large wildfires burning in the U.S. that have already destroyed more than 1 million acres. The fires are burning in more than a dozen states. The Dixie Fire is the largest wildfire in California right now. Steep terrain is making it difficult for firefighters to get it under control.
Making its big pushes like during that time of the day, when it heats up. And right now we're kind of just securing the edge and kind of just corralling the fire in a sense.
Well, some good news for firefighters. Cooler weather is expected this week. Crews hope it helps them get some of the fires under control.
Critical race theory is becoming a battle between teachers and parents across the nation. How it could influence political races.
Governor Hogan awards a Paralympian swimmer with a governor's citation, why she couldn't swim in this year's competition, and why he says she deserves to compete.
And here at the Back to School headquarters, not only are we tracking some thunderstorms this afternoon, but also how many days left until school begins. And we've got 35 days left in Baltimore City and 44 in Anne Arundel County. But we've still got a lot of summer left. I'm going to give you that hot forecast and stormy too. My Weather Authority forecast.
Well, now to follow up on a story that we brought you last week, Timonium's Becca Myers is a 6-time medalist swimmer in the Paralympic Games. She's deaf and blind and is not participating in this year's games because she couldn't bring her mother along as a personal care assistant. Japan did not allow personal care assistants to come because of a COVID-19 outbreak in the country. Instead of traveling to Japan for the Summer Games, Myers traveled to the State House today, receiving a governor's citation for advocating for the rights of those with disabilities. Amy Simpson joins us now with that story. Amy?
Maxine, the Summer Games happening right now in Tokyo, and athletes from Maryland already making big headlines. One of them in particular making headlines for removing herself from the competition altogether. This Paralympic swimmer making waves.
6-time Paralympic medal-winning swimmer and Maryland native Becca Myers.
This Timonium native and athlete recognized by Governor Larry Hogan in Annapolis today. Myers, who is deaf and blind, won 3 gold medals in the last Paralympics. But last week, she withdrew from the Tokyo Summer Games.
For someone who's trained for 5 years for this moment, especially an extra year with the pandemic, it just makes it all seem like it was for nothing.
This athlete says the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee would not allow her mother to travel with her to Japan as her PCA, or personal care assistant.
I'm heartbroken. I can't even put it into words. I haven't been sleeping well. I haven't been eating. It's just torn me apart. Swimming is a part of who I am. It's given me identity as a person. I've always been known as Becca the swimmer. Now, not Becca the deaf-blind person, and now I feel very worthless as a person.
In Annapolis today, the governor talking about the challenges this Maryland athlete has faced in the past.
Becca had a terrible experience in Brazil where, she was on the floor of her room curled up in a ball because she didn't know how to get to the food service in the Olympic Village, and there was nobody to help her, so she didn't want to go through that again.
But the governor also recognizing her for having a voice after what he calls an injustice.
I'm unbelievably proud of her for having the courage to speak up and to speak out about this injustice. Aren't you proud of her?
And the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee has said in a statement that due to COVID-19, there are limitations on the size of the American delegation allowed there in Tokyo for the Summer Games, only allowing room for 1 personal care assistant to help 34 Paralympic swimmers. Today, the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee did not respond to my inquiry when asked if this decision will be reevaluated. We're live in Baltimore tonight. Amy Simpson, Fox 45 News.
Thank you, Amy. The Americans with Disabilities Act was signed into law by President George H.W. Bush. President Biden signed a proclamation for the anniversary, calling the act a landmark civil rights law for disabled Americans. The ADA prohibits discrimination on the basis of disability.
All right, downpour moving your way right now, Dundalk, and also eastern Baltimore City down toward Calverton. Western Baltimore getting it to a little segment of a line that's actually been building west. Severna Park also in Severn getting some of the heavier rain, and then there's even some lightning strikes involved. This is a bigger cell that's been kind of sitting near Mount Airy as well as Green Valley and Frederick. Outside of that, Again, it's mainly just been some spot storms around the area. Let's go ahead and pop this into the regional wide view. There you go. You get a better image of what's going on. And you can see some of these cells that are down to the south with this little pink box here. That is a severe thunderstorm watch in effect, but that is Richmond southbound. Around here, we actually did have one severe thunderstorm warning earlier this afternoon in extreme southern Anne Arundel County. None of that going on now, but boy, we have some pretty nasty looking skies on the Toyota East Unit Harbor Skycam. If you're going on the approaches for the tunnels or maybe heading out towards the Key Bridge, it's probably coming down good, so you got to leave some extra time. 90 right now. Dew points have risen a little bit as that moisture is kind of collected with some of those showers and storms around now. And temperatures have come down where it did rain. Westminster and Frederick now well down into the 80s. 88 here in Baltimore. We're at 86 at Annapolis. We were at 96 over at BWI, and we quickly did fall back down to 90 once those showers and rumbles began to form. And it's all kind of part and parcel of this dotted yellow line. It's actually a weakening cold front, and it's falling apart now. On the eastern side of it, more humid weather. On the western side where we are, it's still hot, but the humidity is decreasing. And notice tomorrow, the showers and storms also get out of here. We actually have a code orange air quality alert now just issued for tomorrow for the Baltimore area. So those folks that have pre-existing respiratory issues can have to spend some extra time inside. Notice this swirl now moving its way into northern Florida and Georgia. That is moving inland, thankfully, because it did have a medium chance of tropical development. Now that it's moving inland, it probably will not become anything. And that's all that's going on in the tropics. So let's take a look. Future Scan says into this evening through about 7, 8 o'clock, we'll see some spot showers and storms. After that, clears out, lower humidity takes over once again, although tomorrow, there you go again, we're back into the 90s, and it looks like those 90s are going to stay perhaps Wednesday and Thursday. Some stronger storms on Thursday and a nice cool down for Friday and Saturday. And by the way, don't forget to download our free WBFF weather app. Just go ahead and click on the QR code at the bottom of your screen.
Back to school time is just around the corner, and Fox 45 News is your back to school headquarters. Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Howard County all return to class on Monday, August 30th. Cecil County schools go back Wednesday, September 1st. Carroll and Harford counties return after Labor Day on Wednesday, September 8th. First day in Anne Arundel County is split. Grades 1 through 5, 6, and 9 begin on September 8th. The rest will return on September 9th. And the amount of children who were homeschooled has surged during the pandemic. The U.S. Census Bureau says the rate of households homeschooling their children rose to 11% by last September. It's more than double the rate from 6 months earlier. The Bureau says Black households saw the largest jump. Their homeschooling rate rose from just over 3% in the spring to 16% in the fall. COVID-19 cases are surging in Baltimore. The request from Mayor Scott as other cities start re-implementing mandates. Plus, critical race theory now entering political races. How the issue could influence those who are running. States across the country are passing and introducing laws restricting education on racism. Virginia has become ground zero for the battle over critical race theory that is now spilling over into political races. Angela Brown examines how CRT could influence political races.
Many Republican candidates see critical race theory as a winning issue. They are watching school board meetings like this chaotic one in Virginia. Parents took on the school board about controversial issues, including critical race theory. N. Pryor says parents became alarmed during remote learning after seeing what their kids were studying.
Parents were looking over their shoulders and realizing that some of the curriculum was just, age inappropriate materials that were racially divisive and divisive in other ways. And so this is really something that's been building over the past year and a half.
That debate spilled over into the gubernatorial race in Virginia. Republican gubernatorial candidate Glenn Youngkin is not afraid to take on CRT. He said during an interview that there is a revolt against the way our schools have been managed, and critical race theory is a big part of that. Republicans are also seizing on every misstep from supporters of anti-racist courses in K through 12. An official with Virginia Parent-Teacher Association resigned after she was recorded on camera saying this at a rally.
Anti-live and let live people. Let them die. Don't let these uncomfortable people. Don't let these uncomfortable people deter us from our bold march forward.
The PTA leader in the video you just watched said she was not wishing death on parents, but was referring to some ideals from parents, according to the Washington Post. We talked to a college professor of critical race theory about why he feels there is so much backlash.
They're asking us, look away. What are you talking about? You cannot have a conversation about a system that is oppressive. You can't have a conversation about a history that is oppressive. Because if you have that conversation, I have a moral obligation to fix said system.
For parents and lawmakers on both sides of this issue, they are fighting for the minds of the next generation. The Morning Consult did a very interesting poll. It found that 31% of Gen Zers had a negative view of capitalism, but only 19% say they had a negative view of critical race theory. In Washington, Angela Brown.
All right, and a quick look at your weekend forecast in detail. I know it's a few days away, but we're always looking ahead to the weekend, right? 84 degrees, breezy, less humid, nice day on Friday. Saturday, 82, another good-looking day with low humidity, and could see a stray shower or storm on Sunday with 87. So that's if you're going to be doing some golfing or maybe just heading to the pool. Now, if you're going to be going all the way down the ocean, Ocean City forecast 84 on Friday, sunshine. Look at this, 80 degrees and sun on Saturday, and also on Sunday, water temperatures very inviting at 75 degrees. Good for some boardwalk fries there. Guys?
Coming up on Fox 45 News at 6, homicides and shootings are on the rise in Baltimore. Fox 45 News demands answers to where the immediate action is in Mayor Brandon Scott's crime plan. And a Baltimore County Paralympian honored the special citation Governor Larry Hogan awarded her.